Picture this. You walk into a room, and without saying a single word, people notice you. Not because of your looks, not because of money flashing around, but because of the way you carry yourself. Now imagine when you finally speak, your words don't just fill the air, they capture hearts. But here's the brutal truth. Most men today, they sound needy, nervous, or desperate when speaking to women, and it instantly kills attraction. If you keep making this mistake, you'll never be respected, never be desired, and never build the kind of wealthy lifestyle high-value men enjoy. So what separates the men who effortlessly win women's hearts from the men who always get ignored? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll break it down step by step. And trust me, you don't want to miss the last point. It's the one thing women never admit out loud, but always respond to. Yo, and no, memorizing cheesy pickup lines from TikTok won't help you here, unless of course you want her to laugh at you instead of with you. High-value men don't rush into conversation. They command the room with silence first. It's not about being the loudest, it's about being the calmest. Women instantly feel safe around a man who isn't seeking validation. Ask yourself, are you speaking to impress, or are you speaking because you already know your worth? That's the first shift from seeking attention to holding attention. And once you've mastered presence, that's when your words begin to work like a magnet. Here's the secret. High-value men speak slowly, deliberately, and they leave space for silence. Why? Because silence builds tension, and tension builds attraction. Most guys kill their chances by talking too much, oversharing, or trying to be overly funny. A true high-value man understands that less is more. He asks meaningful questions, and he listens twice as much as he speaks. So no, asking if she likes pineapple on pizza isn't going to win her heart, unless you're both Italian chefs. But when your words are scarce and intentional, every sentence feels powerful. And that brings us to the one thing that separates the boys from the men. High-value men never let emotions hijack their conversations. They don't get reactive, they don't beg for attention, and they don't crumble under pressure. Instead, they show emotional discipline, and women, whether they admit it or not, are drawn to the stability of a man who doesn't get shaken easily. Here's the fear factor. If you don't master emotional control, every woman you meet will sense your insecurity, and she'll run fast. But if you do master it, she won't just listen to your words, she'll feel safe enough to trust you. And there's one last layer that most men never discover, yet it's the reason women keep thinking about you long after the conversation is over. Why? Because human nature values what it can't fully predict. If she already knows everything about you in one conversation, there's no intrigue left. Here's the exciting part. By holding back, you give her something to invest in. That's how attraction grows, not in a flood of words, but in the gaps you leave behind. Think of it like a Netflix series. If they dropped every single episode in one go without cliffhangers, would you still binge? Exactly. And so here's the truth. High-value men don't just talk differently, they live differently. Presence, powerful words, emotional control, and mystery together. These traits make your conversations unforgettable. But let me leave you with this. Speaking like a high-value man is only one piece of the puzzle. If you want to truly live a wealthy, attractive, unstoppable life, you need to master something even more powerful. Compound. Not just compounding money, but compounding confidence, compounding habits, and compounding respect. And guess what? I've made an entire video breaking this down for you. The hidden power of compounding that the world's wealthiest men never ignore. So click on the video on your screen right now, because once you understand compounding, both your finances and your relationships will never look the same again.